Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Conversation. This is Richard Mwenja exclusive, your go-to point on matters, political and governance analysis here in Kenya and across the region. And today I have your favorite think tank, Kenya's most sought-after political analyst, son of Kega, Herman Manyora, who's going to help me dissect today's conversation, but allow me bring him to your screens. Herman, how are you doing today?
Good.
You are well?
I'm very well, I thank God. Yeah.
Talk around town is that you are waiting appointment to the position of a PS in the near future.
No, please. Those are...
How true is that?
We know we must give these jobs to our children. If we keep taking jobs like those, when will they ever get, where will they get jobs?
But people are...
Raila was saying, wazee wanaenda kumuuliza kazi. I don't want to be one of those old people asking Raila for a PS position. Why? I mean, I have children.
But some believe it's only you and Jim Wanjigi who can make Kenya the Singapore of Africa.
Yeah, if I'm the president.
Not Wanjigi's running mate?
No, how can I be running? He should be my running mate, not the other way around.
Straight to the day's conversation, sir. Yeah. Raila Odinga, as Mio leaders, come for the revelations that it is former President Uhuru Kenyatta who reached out to him for him to now make the call to President Ruto to at least intervene to bring down the protests that were seen in the recent days from the Gen Z. But some are treating this revelation from Raila Odinga with contempt, saying there could be an ounce of mistruth therein. Do you believe that this need for us to really take deeper audit at Raila's statement? First
of all, the beginning point would be, is it possible Raila could throw around Uhuru's name just like that? And the honest answer is no, unless they have differed. Unless Raila and Uhuru have very serious differences that we don't know of now. But under normal circumstances, Raila cannot just throw around Uhuru's name. So there must be an element of truth in what Raila is saying. Yeah, but I suspect, even when you listen to the discourse, there's so much disconnect. He was asked to call Ruto, then Ruto is the one calling, looking for him. You know, you can see the disconnect.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that they are not willing to say now. Yeah.
And further into his revelations is that he believes he's not into government. It is Ruto who reached out to Raila to ask him, can you give me a few men and women in your circle who can help me?
You know, Raila, you know, is my friend. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I know.
So I have to say things because I'm talking about our friend. When you are doing a bad thing and you know it's bad, you get into these awkward moments. Because you know what you are doing is not right. It's actually bad, almost immoral. Those missteps will be there. You try to speak, but the mind is telling you and the heart, what is this you are trying to say? You know it's not true, you know it's not right, you know it's immoral, criminal and everything put together. So that's what is happening. Raila knows what he's doing is not right. So it comes out when he's speaking. But there's also something else.
Which is?
From we are not part of government, we are not going to cooperate with them, or they have asked us for experts, we have loaned them. Before that, they have gone on their own. We don't know how they went. It's not the party position. Then, yes, the party was asked. Then yesterday, Uhuru. You can see somebody running away from something. He's being chased. Raila anafukuzwa. Ukweli unamfukuza anakimbia, anajaribu kudoja. Na ukweli utakutega kama mpaka unaanguka chini.
Ukweli utamtega?
Of course.
In the near future?
So unaona anaanza kumtega. But the bigger thing is, last year I said there was a deal between Ruto and Raila. You remember?
You did.
People say Manyora, no, blah, blah, blah. I know, I could see the deal. This is a big deal. The deal between Ruto and Raila, now Uhuru is in, is a big deal. And what they are doing, they know Kenyans don't support it. So they are releasing things in doses. Soft landing for us. Then finally, boom, here it is. There's going to be a very neat government putting together all these people together, including constitutional changes.
It's going to happen?
Oh, yes, very soon. Sooner than you think.
But don't you think that will spell doom for them come 2027, going against the wishes of the electorate?
But they think they will now be unassailable. They think there will be a tag team that you can't beat, Ruto, Raila, Uhuru.
But are they?
That's what.
Is that a heavy
political
infrastructure?
To dream. The beauty of this world is that when somebody goes under his blanket, he's allowed to dream. You can't stop him from dreaming. So they can dream.
You've gone on record on this show saying having Ruto and Raila in one camp is political infrastructure high enough to flatten any other mountain.
Yes,
Do you still hold the same position?
You see, it is true, but the dynamics of politics. So I'm talking with the dynamics now in mind. Look at the Gen Z revolution. It can't allow that to happen. Because these boys and girls are going to determine a lot of things in this country going forward. The sooner we accept it, the better. You know, for me, I accept. I support the Gen Z. I accept what they are doing, the right thing. I may not support the method in terms of, say, riots or things like those, which breed violence. I don't support violence. But I support the Gen Z because what they are saying is the right thing. What they want us to do is the right thing. They love this country. They have joined me in loving this country. I've been too lonely in loving this country. Now the Gen Zs are around, I think I'm feeling warm. I have comfort. I have company now. At least there are people around me who love this country.
Do you foresee a scenario, situation whereby what happened on June 25th, 2024 could even happen but on a bigger scale in the near future? Should their demands not be taken into account?
June 25th is just picnic.
But in the recent protests, we've only seen a paltry figure.
I'm saying June 25th is just a picnic, a preamble of something.
But we are seeing divide.
We are going to have bad things in this country.
This divide and conquer tactic being used by the government to suppress Gen Z movement.
We are going to have bad things in this country. It will come bigger. Bigger. It will sweep everybody off their feet.
Bigger than Kasmuel Makure and Boniface Mwangi?
Those are just, that's the rehearsal, dress rehearsal. It will be big. 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 Big things are coming.
So
but the beauty is we can handle it. In terms of not wait for it to come and we handle. In terms of Raila and Ruto and the rest of these people should be able to put measures in place to forestall those kind of things. What is required of us as a country for us to work with Gen Z is very little. Just to listen to the Gen Z and have a conversation with them, dialogue with them, and implement some of the things that need to be implemented, take measures that need to be taken, change the laws that we need to change.
Failure to which Ruto could be a one...
Implement the Constitution the way you're supposed to implement it. Yeah, that's what we have to do. You can't stop it. That one you can't stop it. You have only one choice, which is to do it. If you don't do it, change will sweep you away.
So should Ruto not really heed to the demands of the Gen Z, or at least grant them room for dialogue? Do you foresee a situation whereby he could be sent home as a one-term president? Even with Raila on his side and Uhuru Kenyatta?
Even before. Even worse. Raila makes it worse.
Not softer for him?
No, worse. And if Uhuru joins now, is even now, sasa inakuwa mboga. Watakuliwa tu breakfast.
It could get to a time whereby Luo Nyanza will go against Raila Odinga.
Of course. Of course. Of course. But the history is full of those examples. Including here. It's full of examples of people who are big, larger than life, larger than size, but they don't read the signs of the times. And then they are just reduced into ordinary people, even worse. History is full of those examples.
So for those in Kenya Kwanza government, and particularly Kenya Kwanza outfit, like Gathoni Wamshomba, who really believe in what the Gen Z are championing for, yes, do you implore Wamshomba to now, at this time, take a parallel stance, probably create her own outfit, or at least be that figure Gen Z can count on in 2027?
She's doing well. She's doing well. What she's saying resonates with the Gen Z and the rest of Kenyans who want change for this country. She's doing well, and she will be a governor of Kiambu if she wants in the morning by 10 o'clock.
Wamatangi anaweza enda nyumbani?
Oh, ataenda nyumbani. Wamatangi will go home.
So with Raila Odinga seemingly actually in bed with the government of the day, do you implore people like now Babu Owino, Mark Mwenje, Gathoni Wamshomba, who had crafted an outfit to spearhead reforms, come together and form something more formidable? You
know, they don't even need to sit one day and say we are coming together. You know the dynamics of politics. You know what? There are gaps that are created. And, you know, nature doesn't like gaps. You know that. And politics, more than that. Politics, power does not like vacuum. It's above vacuum. So, and, you know, and power is not given. So people will not even sit down to discuss how to get power. Power is grabbed. You get power, you get hold of it.
Is there where
Somehow, people just get hold of power, somehow. You see, the situation creates a momentum, and that momentum dictates the way things move, including perhaps who becomes president. On his own, Kibaki would never have won the president of this country, not even one time, not even half a time. But the rainbow, the self-cannibalizing moves from KANU, although I believe, and I've written a book, but I've not been able to publish that book, I believe all these things were created by Moi, the games. But assuming it was natural, then the contradictions within KANU and the self-cannibalizing elements within it created the rainbow. And then Kibaki became president. On his own, he would not have become president at all. So even 2027, the only way Ruto and the establishment figures can retain power is to manage change. Not to resist it.
To manage change.
Change. Not to fight change. They are trying to resist it. They are trying to fight change by coming up with games, by trying to be clever. And I've advised them, you will not change, you can never be clever about change. Change you manage. How do you manage change? Have a national conversation around the issues that Gen Zs are raising. Just create a national conversation around those issues. Beginning to implement some of the issues and be genuine about it. If you dissolve your cabinet, dissolve it and bring a new cabinet. Don't be Sungura Mjanja about it. Don't play games. Don't be clever.
Not even the thought of deploying military to suppress
the military. How long can they be in the streets? In fact, the police, you can use them for 2 years. The military, you can't use them for 3 months. You'll create very ugly situations. So, people love the military. And the military can see people love them. You think they can beat the people. Not Kenya, everywhere. People love the military. Because the military are disciplined people. They can't go clobbering people just like that. They will tell you off. Now, if you send the military to beat people in the streets, they will tell you off.
Na hawaombi 50.
Pardon?
Hawaombi 50 ya chai.
Hawaombi mwana. A soldier, a trained soldier to ask you for 50 shillings or 100. How? These are disciplined people. Then they do serious things. They can guard for you your state house. They can guard state installations, sensitive areas, critical infrastructure. They can guard that for you, but they cannot go in the streets to beat people. They cannot.
So they can say, no, thank you. With our heavy artillery, we better take it to Somalia or somewhere else.
No, they will not say
but
that.
Not to our people.
They will not say that, but they will not beat people. So, in other words, there is an extent to which you can use force. And when the state came into being and began using force, the state then becomes the custodian of the instruments of violence. The sole custodian of the instruments of violence. But that violence, the instrument, the force, first of all, is clearly defined in terms of the operational area. It is against external aggression for the military.
Yeah, sure.
And the police is against wayward citizens. The word is
wayward
citizens. The normal thinking is that in a population of 1,000 people, you are unlikely to get more than 10 wayward people, and therefore the police can handle them. I don't know that you get this simple logic, you can get it.
Yeah, sure.
So, but when out of 1,000 you have 600, how can the police handle them? When the police themselves are a 2 in 1,000. You know, even the UN ratio of how many...
Yeah. We are not there yet.
We can't be there even. But even if you went there, the citizens far outnumber, even in the best country, even with the country with the biggest police force or military force, the citizens far outnumber them. So it is within what is called normal. The military guard against external aggression. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
The law allows them to come in here and there in terms of like production law in America, I think whatever it is.
Occasionally.
Okay, for other things.
Yeah, sure.
Under crisis, the stages of crisis, I don't know it's called.
Disaster management and all.
The disaster management. The last stage, when you are giving up and you are waiting for God, the military comes in. After military is defeated, you look for God. So that's now the military. The police, I'm telling you, is for few wayward people. And there must be a small fraction of the population. So you must be very foolish to think now they can turn against the population.
Where's the Kenya Navy up town?
First of all, that's not their work. It is the work of the police to deal with matters of law and order. But law and order, we always assume it will be a few rascals in society. A few people.
Faceless anarchists.
No, the people who lose the way, who don't follow morality, morals of the society, who do not follow the laws of the country, who break laws. In a village, we only have 2 or 3 chicken thieves. So, we only have 1 or 2 women brewing changa in a whole village, even a sub-location. We only have 1 or 2 motorcycle thieves.
Or cassava thieves.
Or a cassava. So total, these fellows who the police will deal with in a whole village, they can't be 10 or 20. So the police can manage them. But when the whole village begins to brew changa,
Chief hawezani na
hiyo changa,
he'll be overrun.
Yeah. When everybody becomes a chicken thief, there will be no chicken in the whole location.
Lastly, sir, because of time. Now, with this unholy matrimony between President Ruto and Raila Odinga, what measure of longevity do you see in this union between them? The
3 of them?
Yeah.
If they unite to do good for the country, then it will be good for the country and it will last. It is sustainable. They unite to do good. If they unite in evil, they will not go far. Sell by debt of evil is very short.
It could come before 2027 for the 3?
Long before.
Long before.
Long before. But if you unite to do good, then it is sustainable. But if they are uniting to shortchange Kenyans, they won't go far. Because Kenyans are awoke, the you people say, the Gen Zs are watching. Walitisha tu watu kidogo, people removed flags from their cars.
Wakaka kwa ambulance ndani.
Even the president had to be careful where he was going for church service. How long did the boys... Just a couple of days, and everybody was scared. MPs were not going home. If that hasn't taught them the power of the people, I don't know what they want to know. Because I've told them, and I'm soon be going to be referring them to books, but can they read?
Second edition of Kusalimiwa inaweza kuja?
Oh, this other one was just picnic.
There you have it. That point by Herman Manyora takes us to the wrap of today's conversation, discussing a raft of issues in the world of politics and governance. We hope that you've heed to his nuggets of wisdom and you'll make better informed decisions as a citizen and also as a leader in this country. Until we meet next on Richard Mwenja Exclusive, do enjoy the rest of your viewing.